Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, tonight the left's economic smackdown continues. We're going to talk about now another company is leaving New York, a major gun company, Remington. They're leaving New York. They're going down to Georgia. In fact, about 2 hours from where I sit right now. You're talking 800 jobs over 5 years, $100 million in infrastructure investment, and a long-standing increase in the taxes and revenue generation of that city in Georgia. And New York's got nothing because they were hostile to firearms. This is not the first company that we've seen do this year, and Glock already has a factory here. It's pretty much shaping up like the South and the Southeast right here. We're really starting to become the gun capital of the United States. And that's the green shoots of freedom that we're always talking about on this channel. You move to a friendlier environment and you start pumping out all the great stuff because the tax burden is lowered. You have a better standard of living. You're going to attract better employees, and you don't have a hostile government. The lefties will eventually learn that economics will always win. But until they do, let's talk about this article. And I've got it linked in the description box for your review. But let's dive in because I want to hear from you guys on this one. Gunmaker Remington moving to Georgia from New York in $100 million deal. Do you know how much? $100 million. New York sure could have used that right now, right? Because everyone's fleeing New York. But let's continue because they still haven't figured it out. Gunmaker Remington Firearms will move its headquarters from Ilion, New York to Georgia with plans to open a factory and research operation there. So they're not only moving their headquarters, they're also moving a factory and R&D. That's huge. That's a tremendous infrastructure boost to that area. The company announced Monday that it would invest $100 million in the operation in LaGrange, Georgia, southwest of Atlanta, hiring more than 800 people over 5 years. If you're hiring 800 people here, that's 800 people that were not going to be hired in New York because of the hostile political environment. If people did not vote in this manner and the politicians did not take this approach, they would not be driving away companies. The same thing happens with tax burdens. When you have a higher tax burden, companies leave for better places. It's not hard to figure out, but the lefties do not understand this. It's ideals over reason. It is rationale out the window because of what feels good. This is a big thing, and this is the road to freedom. Starts like this. You go to friendlier environments and you start pumping out freedom at a fast, rapid pace because you have a higher standard of living for your employees. You have a lower cost of living. You have better ability to get labor, and you have an incredible environment that's not politically hostile towards you. Why would you not do it? But they haven't figured it out. So let's keep going because CBS is a little scratching their head a little bit. Gunmakers have been leaving their traditional homes in the Northeast as people there become more hostile to guns and moving to more politically welcoming settings in the South and West. Yeah, of course. Why would you not? Glock is already here. Georgia's got two of the main manufacturers in firearms. You got Tennessee that just got another one this year. This is becoming something in Texas as whole own ball of wax. Pretty soon, all the companies are going to be in more friendly environments. This is what the CEO of Remington said. We are very excited to come to Georgia, a state that not only welcomes business, but enthusiastically supports and welcomes companies in the firearms industry, Remington CEO Ken Darcy said in the statement. Yeah, why would you not as the CEO? And this is what the governor said, Governor Kemp. Georgia's firearms industry is responsible for thousands of jobs and millions of dollars of investment in our communities, Kemp said in a statement on Monday. I'm a proud owner of some of Remington's first-class products, and now I'm excited to welcome them to their new home in the Peach State. This is not only happening in the firearms industry, this is happening across the board. But specifically for our channel-related topic, this is huge. Huge. This is incredible because you're going to start to see better quality. You're going to start to see a lot of things that were not happening out of New York. This is the part where the lefties start to not understand what's happening. Phil Smith, a spokesperson for the United Mine Workers of America, which represents some workers at a factory in Ilion, said the union had no information about whether workers in New York will be affected. Yeah, they're going to be affected. The new owners recently restarted operations there, calling back more than 200 workers who had been laid off. The local government in New York offered 10 years of tax breaks in exchange for the restart and upgrades. 10 years in tax breaks from New York? By the left's logic, doesn't that mean that the state of New York or the city, the local government in New York is enabling gun manufacturers and blood's on their hands? Or is it all about the money? They can't play both of these things. You guys know this as well as we do, and that's what I want to bring to you. They feel these moves, and when we vote with our dollars and vote with our feet, it does make an impact. And that's what I've got for you guys tonight. I'll see you tomorrow morning on the bullet points. And until then, I'm Braden, signing out.